We are insurance agents. We got amazing Lauren here. Girl closes 40 to 60% of the leads she receives.
Because I feel like in insurance, it truly is easy as long as we open up our ears and let them talk. Because they're going to tell us what they want. They're going to tell us what they need. And we have that solution for them.
Lauren, what's up? I hope you know you're doing something really, really rare. So you're a doer, not a talker. Learning and doing and becoming better instead of being one of the many who sit and consume and complain. I'm so honored to meet you.
We are insurance agents. Facebook. We got amazing Lauren here. Girl closes 40 to 60% of the leads she receives. I've never seen anyone that good with leads. So super excited to hear about her success in the insurance industry and some things she wants to share. So Lauren, you're from Louisiana, correct?
I am from Louisiana, born and raised.
Born and raised. You said bakery. Baker, not bakery,
Yeah.
Baker.
Yeah, I like bakeries too.
Tell us about Baker.
Right outside of Baton Rouge, small city. Fun fact, was the safest city to live in Louisiana in 2023. Real quiet, old people. I love it. Perfect for me.
Baker's the safest city, really?
It was the safest city, yeah, in 2023. Nothing goes on here. I love it.
Is it because it's really small, maybe?
It's
Baker's super small, isn't it?
It's small, but a lot of the people who live here have been here like a really long time. So it really, like, pretty much all of Baker's just a bunch of senior citizens. Maybe I should go door knocking, actually, now that I say that out loud.
That's good though. Senior citizens are safe, so it's
Yeah.
good that we know this.
Yeah.
They did all their wild things in their younger ages.
Mm-hmm.
Try to find this in the group so we could pin this. So let's get some comments. That'll help me out. So hey, if you guys here, where you at? Where you from? Throw it in the comments. If you're excited to hear about Lauren, throw in the comments. If you got questions on how to close 40 to 60% of your leads, throw it in the comments. Let's get these comments rolling here.
Will I be able to see the comments?
I'll read them to you. I'll read all of them. Don't worry. So super excited. Let's see here. Who's here from where? Who is here from where? I'm in Puerto Rico. We got Lauren and Baker. Anyone in Puerto Rico or Louisiana? Anyone in Louisiana? We got anyone in Louisiana?
I need all my Louisiana people to tap in right now. That must be like a cancer thing, like the obsessive.
Obsessive? It's a cancer thing?
Maybe so. I know cancer is, so yeah.
Cancers are a mess. Is that what you said?
They're the best and a mess, but the best.
And a mess. The best. They're the best mess.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a cancer too.
There we go. I see you now. All right, here we go. Let's pin this to the top. Pin to featured. All right. Oh, here we go. Boom. We got it. I got it. It's working. It's working. We got Pearl. We got Sydney. We got Lauren. We got Liz. All right. Maybe it's my internet connection here. All right, guys. So Lauren's gonna go over. What are you gonna teach us today, Lauren?
I liked active listening and effective communication.
Awesome. You feel like you're an active listener?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, cool. So the floor is yours. Teach us how to be better listeners. Who wants to be a better listener? Why do you feel like listening is important first?
I feel like a lot of times people get so wrapped up and consumed in how they're going to overcome the objection or, waiting on the next objection to come, that they're not actively listening to what the person on the phone is telling them. And, when you're so wrapped up or have a fear of overcoming an objection, or you're waiting on the objection, you can't fully listen to what these people are telling you to be able to best help them. Because I feel like in insurance, it truly is easy as long as we open up our ears and let them talk, because they're going to tell us what they want. They're going to tell us what they need. And we have that solution for them,
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. And I feel like that's something agents do in the beginning a lot is they spend so much time talking and barely any time listening.
Yeah.
And I know you've had a lot of success from the get-go. And is that something you understood before? Where did you get that from?
So my grandparents raised me, and they were born in the 1950s. So it was like I was already kind of raised super old school. So when I'm getting on the phone with these people who are seniors, it's just like you're calling your grandparents, and you have a lot more in common with these people than you think. And that's something that I always to find out when I get on a call with them, what do I have in common with this person? Because we can bond over this. We can talk about it. We can share experiences. And that's where you really build the trust, with these people. So, yeah, I think it's really, really important to kind of keep that in mind, that we have so much more in common with the people that we talk to than we think.
You know, it's funny because I think about when I was younger, and you think like old people don't know, right? You think like old people don't know. Like you forget that they're young. You forget like they're way smarter. Like, you know, when you're a teenager in your early 20s, you're feeling like, oh, you don't understand, you don't know. And yeah, it's funny. So like, yeah, you're right. So you're talking to somebody who's, you know, chances are much wiser than you,
Yeah.
who has much more experience than you, right? And it's just like, you know, and I think you know, when you listen to them, because I think, right, a lot of people is like, oh, they're old, they don't know, they don't, you know what I mean? So like when they do realize you're actually listening to them and you're actually, you know, care what they say, right? Do you feel like they open up to you more?
Oh, 100%. And like, I'm not even exaggerating. It even happened today before I got on this call with you. I was on the phone with like a very nice lady. We were on the phone for an hour and a half. I mean, like we had so much in common. We were sharing things, like we were having a great time. And she even told me, she said, the way that you explained everything and the way that you talk to me and you connect with me has made such a huge difference from the people that I've talked to in the past. And like I hear that a lot, like a lot. And I feel like a lot of agents aren't trying to connect with these people, and they're not doing their best to build that trust. They're just so focused on, how can I close this deal? How can I, get this person to get this, that they aren't truly trying to figure out a solution to help them.
Why do you think it is that people aren't doing, like, what do you think that is?
So it's like, of course we want to close. Like as an agent, we all want to close. That's what we want to do. But I think people get so wrapped up in closing that they can't fully think straight on like what is going to help them best to actually close someone, and they just don't take that time with those people to build the trust and get to know them, and let the person on the phone also get to know you, as an agent. Because if you're going to be someone's agent, they want to like you. They like, I'm not buying something from somebody I don't like. So if I'm going to buy something, I want to like the person that I'm buying from, and I want to like what they're selling me.
Absolutely. And it makes it so much easier, right? Like I remember I was going to look at apartment for rent, and the real estate lady, she was just like so freaking mean. Like I was just like, how does this girl make a living? Like she must just have like a rich husband, right? Like that was like my thought process, because she was just so mean. She's like, all right, hurry up, come on. Like I'm just like, what the, like I've never dealt with a real estate agent that acted like that. So like I couldn't even see the apartment after that. Like, like I was in it, but like I couldn't see it. And then I ended up taking another apartment in the same building that like I wasn't, you know what I mean? Like that it even wasn't even interested, because the lady was super nice. She was like, you're here, take all the time you need, do whatever you want, I'm here, like take a walk. She want to walk through it again, make some videos, pictures. Like she was just super cool. So I'm like, yeah, and that agent ended up being awesome, so I ended up taking that apartment, which is, where I actually live today. And it's just little things. Like it's little things. I don't know how people miss those things. Like people, how you treat people is definitely going to affect you. It might not affect you that second, but like it's going to come back and affect you.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I even had a lady one time, she wanted some extra coverage. She really wasn't crazy about the prices, and she got a small policy with me, and she straight up told me, I'm getting this because I like you. Like she told me that. Like it takes so much less energy to actually be like, treat these people good and like bond with them and learn about them. The energy it takes for that really is the bare minimum, rather than the opposite of that, like being rude or like just not focused on what's going on right now. Like it, you know.
And like the thing is, like you're in sales,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like you're in sales. Like if you're not worried about communicating and like making people feel good and comfortable, like why are you in sales,
Yeah.
right? Like, you know, if you're in it for the money, like you're definitely going to miss out if you're so worried about that stuff.
Yeah. So
What is
like,
go ahead.
I will say, like, when I first started, before I ever even started like working, you know, like that was actually the main thing that got me interested in insurance. Like, I feel like everyone else too. Like, you hear about the income that comes in, and like it sounds good, and it is, like, it really truly is. But once I actually started and, um, you know, talking to people and doing this over, I've been doing it 7 months now. I truly do love what I do, and, like, it feels really good to help someone out and help them come up with a solution for what they have going on, because when these people are looking for life insurance or burial insurance, that's a big deal to them, as it should be. Like, that's important, you know, that's very important to these people. So, when you can truly help them and, you know, get, you know, solve their problems for them and put something in place, like, it really does feel good, you know?
That's awesome. Yeah, right. I think, you know, as you're saying that, I'm thinking like I feel like human beings,
Mhm.
we like solving problems, right?
Yeah,
You know, when there's a problem and it's solved, like don't you feel good? I feel good,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it's like, and that's what it is, right? You got to figure when you're talking to somebody interested in insurance, then they have some type of problem, and it's like, you know, find out what it is and how you can help them with it, and then you get to feel good too. So I think that's super important.
yeah. Me too.
What are some tips that you would give a newer agent to work on their active listening skills?
Um, don't be so wrapped up in the objection, because if you truly, truly are listening to the objection and what they're telling you, it honestly should just come natural. So, like, if we're trying to problem solve, if we're trying to come up with a solution and someone comes at you with an objection, if your ears are fully open, the response should come naturally. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
At least for me, that's how I feel. Um, so, like, don't be so like focused on these objections to where you're not really listening to the objection, you know? Um, that's a good tip I would give them. And as soon as I get on a call with somebody, I like to try to find something to bond over. I really do. So I live in the South. I work primarily, well, I do work only in southern states. So, you know, it was really cold here in the South the past couple of weeks, which is not normal. So, like, when I'm calling out, I know that I can relate to this person automatically on, it's freezing here. Like, it's cold here, Mr. David. You staying warm over there? And, you know, those type of, like, letting these people know, like, hey, I'm speaking to a real person. This person can relate to me. Like, they have in, like, have personality, you know, don't be so dull, don't be dry, like, have fun with these people. You know, people like having fun. People love talking about themselves too. You know, if you can get somebody to talk about themselves, they love telling you everything. So get them talking, like that's it. Get them talking and bond with them over what they're telling you, because there's something that you can relate with them on.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that makes. I used to do that too. Like when I walk in their house, I sold it in the field. I didn't sell on the phone like you do. If I did it all over again, I definitely would never have sold in the field. I just didn't know better, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like walk in and like immediately I would look around, and I'm looking for pictures on the wall. I'm looking for like little stands with knickknacks on it, or like a little shelf hangy thing that's got spoons hanging from it, like that they collect. I'm paying attention to the garden outside, if there's a garden or not, right? So I'm looking for something that I think they're interested in. And then as soon as I see something, right? Like some house I walk into, like they would have a whole wall of like family pictures.
Yeah.
Or like just shelves and shelves of family pictures. So I would just, hey, do you mind if I take a look at your pictures? You know,
Yeah.
who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Right. And like, you know, what do you think would happen when you do that? Right. They start talking and opening up to you. Right. And if they're talking and opening up, that means they're getting comfortable. Right. You're finding something to relate. Yeah, so it's cool that you're able to do that, on the phone, right? Because it's definitely harder on the phone, right? You don't get to see the wall of pictures, or that they collect thumbtacks or thimbles or spoons or anything.
Oh, they love to send me pictures. They love to. They'll send after we get off the call, they're sending me a picture and like, this was me for my birthday, and this was my mother, and yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I really do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What are some other tips you would give a newer agent? And guys, I can see the comments now, so I'm catching up on them. So if you have any questions for Lauren, throw them in the comments. And let's go over some of these things real fast. So I don't want to leave any uncomment unturned. So Sydney says, "Yay, let's go, Lauren." She's pumped for you. Pearl's got the fire. You got the other Lauren with the "let's go." Let's see, Liz. All right, Lauren. Sydney's not bakery, David. So it's not you don't live in bakery. So I got that straight now. Sydney's from Louisiana. Lauren's from South Florida. Billy's from Gonzales. There we go. It's about an hour from you, right? A little less than an hour.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Brian and Rita from in Nashville. We got Liz in Southern California. Sydney, tell us what you do and how you close 6 out of 10 leads, baby. So let's see. How do you close 6 out of 10 leads? What's the secret?
Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot of success with people picking up the phone with the burner app. So I have up to 10 different phone numbers. I get to fully pick my area code, and I can text from it, leave voicemails. I can even video call if I want. And so as soon as I get the lead, if they don't call me first, I'll initially call them from an area, a number in from their state. So an area
So they
code.
call you first?
They do sometimes, not all the time.
That's a good lead.
Yeah, that is a really good lead. So if they don't call me first, I'll call them from a number, that they're more familiar with. And I've had a lot of success with the burner app. In doing that, I truly, truly have. But that was last Friday. So 10 leads. Yeah, I closed 6 out of 10. And I'm not gonna lie, like I had a great day that day, just truly connecting with people. Like it really is just as simple as that. It really is. Connecting with people, talking about life, talking about their kids, things they've gone through, things we can relate on. Like it truly is just that simple,
Awesome. That's awesome. And we got Hannah. Hannah's in Zachary, right? So
okay. That's
you.
Yeah.
Careful, you hit your head on her if you stand up too tall.
Yeah.
So teach me, Sydney's me. Good point, Lauren. Thanks for the invite reminder. Let's see here. Kalamazoo. What's that? Michigan. We got Benjamin, another Apex member there. Massachusetts, North Carolina, Tennessee. Let's see here. Another Tennessee. There's a few Tennessee people out there. How's the weather in Tennessee? It's cold in Tennessee, or what?
Yeah, it's cold. I've talked to people in Tennessee all day today. It's cold. I know it's cold.
Okay. That's it. Marion says you're amazing. Lauren says, did you ever have call reluctance? And if so, how did you combat it?
Call reluctance as in like they're not picking up, or what?
I think call reluctance, like you don't even want to make calls.
Yeah. So like I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually went through a phase, I guess you could call it, where I felt like I was kind of stuck like that every day. Like every day I was getting to my desk and I really did not want to call out. And it was just like me being my own worst enemy, because I know 100% for a fact if I put the work in, the results are going to come. And so like what really gets me fired up, honestly, is seeing agents who are way better than me having a lot more success. And it was a specific agent that I saw not that long ago who had like a great month, and like it really lit a fire under me, like again. And it kind of made no, well, not kind of, it fully made me realize if the one thing that really stuck out to me was I don't want to get a year or two down the road in this business and look back and say that I wish I could have done more because I would be in a better position. I don't want to feel like that. Because once I get to this desk, like I don't have anything else planned to do, so I might as well do this, because I know it works. And I know that I want to be super successful and give my daughter the best life possible. So I have to do this, and the only person who's going to get in my way is me. So, if I do feel like that or I have those thoughts, I immediately shift the thought into something like, hey, like, screw that. I'm doing this. I don't care how I feel in this moment. Like, my feelings are irrelevant. My emotions and, how I feel about doing this completely irrelevant. Like, I need to do it.
I like that. That's what I try to do, right? It doesn't matter how I feel; it's got to get done regardless, right? So, that's good. So let's do this, right? Because I've definitely had call reluctance, right? So like, I want to see. So we got a good amount of people in here. So put a 1 in the chat if you also dealt with call reluctance, right? I want people to see that. Honestly, I think everyone's going to put a 1 in the chat, right? Because I feel like there's no way in the world you've been in this business and you have call reluctance. So if you dealt with call reluctance, put a 1 in the chat, man. So that way, Laura knows that she's not alone, right? We all go through that, but the important thing, I think, what Lauren said was, it doesn't matter your call reluctance, you got to do it anyway, right?
Yeah.
You got to do it anyway. And the other great thing that you did say, which I like, is like, and I'm the same way, like, because I've done that before, right? I've not put 100% in something and got somewhere. I was like, man, I should have done that. And you can't take that back. Like, it's gone. Like, that time's gone. Like, that opportunity's gone. You don't get to take that back. And I love that thought process that no matter what, you're going to give it all you have. So like, at the end of the day, like, that's how I am. Like, at the end of the day, dude, I'm either going to build something really great or die doing it or fail. Like, you know what I mean? But like, I will not sit there and be like, man, I wish I tried harder. That will not happen. So we got some 1s. We had a bunch of 1s. Yep, a bunch of 1s, right? So like, yeah. So again, everyone goes through that, Laura. So you just gotta go through it, right? We got Evans in the Poconos. So Poconos, all I think about when I hear Poconos is snow. So Evans, stay warm. Rita, tell us about the hardest close you made, why it was hard, and how did you close?
Okay. I actually had one yesterday that was, I would say, probably one of the hardest I had in a while. And so the crazy thing is I had an 85-year-old woman, and she had never looked for coverage. She had never had coverage. And if you do insurance, you already know what it's like when, you're speaking to an 85-year-old. Now, thankfully, like, she was actually in great health, which I don't run into a lot, So I was trying to see if I could get her approved for a plan. I was trying to see if I could get her day 1 coverage. And she was hitting me with a lot of objections. She wanted to talk to her niece. We got everything filled out. We got to the payment section. She didn't know her account number. And so like I had to walk her through like how to get to her online banking app. And keep in mind, she's 85. So we eventually find the account number, and so we were seeing if she would even get approved. So if she didn't, we would know how to go after that. And she actually ended up getting approved for a great policy. And she told me, she said, call me back in 2 days because I want to think about it. And that 2 days actually was today. And she actually reached out to me first, and she told me, she said, can we bump the coverage up? Can we move it from 5 to 10? And then she wanted to look at a 15. And, after that, she was sending me text messages of her on her birthday. And like, I really bonded with her, and we built, great rapport. And I just had a lot of objections during that call that I haven't had in a while. And yeah.
That's awesome. Sounds like you handled it like a champ.
Yeah, it was like an 1.5-hour call, but it was great. It was great. It really was.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Those ones that feel the best. I've definitely been had those where you just spent a little extra time. But then I feel like there's like extra appreciation afterwards because they ultimately wanted to get it. They're just getting in their own way.
Yeah.
Right. And when you help them get out of their own way, they're like thankful because they knew they needed to do it. They needed someone to help them with that. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So like now that you say it like that, it's almost like they'll get in their own way of getting their insurance, and we'll get in our own way of not putting the work in. So it's like there we can relate to
well, boom. That was it. The meeting's over. That was it. Mic drop.
We can relate to them. We really can.
That's it. I like it. That's awesome. All right. So Robert wants to know, how long are you on a call taking an application?
So I honestly don't like to rush through an application. I don't like to rush. Now I have had people who call me in, we get it done fast, 30 minutes. And like, honestly, a 30-minute call to me is not long at all. So I've noticed that most of my calls where I'm closing people, they're anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour and a half.
I feel like that's where it should be. Anything less than that, I wouldn't feel too comfortable with. Right. So I feel like that's good. All right, let's see here. All right, Jonathan says it's still cold. We got Andrew Ray in California. Andrew asks, were you brand new 8 months ago?
Brand new. I didn't know anything about insurance. I had never heard of selling insurance. I did not know anything, period, about it at all. So yes, very, very brand new. Still,
you just got your license 8 months ago, right? Just to be clear.
Yeah, in June.
In June. So what helped you be successful so fast?
Put it in the work, knowing what I want my future to look like, seeing that other people have already achieved that type of success. And, we come from very similar backgrounds. So, when I look at them, it's like, if they can do it, I can do it too. That's a big thing, seeing the proof in other agents, like that really gets me going. Cause I know like it's possible, and like having great mentorship, having a community, like people to reach out to on the hard days, because like there are days that are hard, and if like you keep that locked in and you don't talk to other agents and, kind of get that off your chest, like you'll make it harder on yourself. So if you have that type of community, or you have a great mentor, or you have someone that you can relate to about this job, like it's important that you speak to them, because people in our family or our relationships, they don't really fully understand what we go through as an insurance agent. And I'm not saying that we have a great opportunity here, but some days truly are hard, and like we need to talk about them,
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I love how real you are, like it's hard, but we go through it and it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. So Sydney says, so proud of you. Let's go. We got a bunch of ones. See, Charles says, keep track of your activity and keep score. You'll multiply your numbers faster. You're off to amazing start. Look at that. Thank you, Charles.
I'm old school. I still do everything in a notebook. I don't have a CRM. I don't have a dialer. I'm getting a CRM soon, though. I have every single paper saved of my activity since I've started on a piece of paper. I need to get a CRM, but that's how I'm rolling right now. So don't feel like you have to get all fancy with it, because I'm not even fancy with it.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. Megan says, with the Burner app, do you choose the area code of where the lead lives, or how does the app add to your success?
So whenever I pay for a monthly subscription and I get 10 numbers, it's $25. I think it's so worth it. But like whenever you go to add your numbers, you just type in what area code you want. So like if I'm selling in New York, I'm a Google, what is the most common area code in New York? And then I'll just pick that one. And it gives me like a couple of different numbers to choose from with that area code.
I like it. I like it. So basically you're saying they're answering because it's their area code.
I mean, like if someone was triple dialing me from my area code, I'd pick up, Right. If somebody was triple dialing me from Hawaii, I'm probably not going to pick up.
Let's ask that. So I think triple dial is a big thing to talk about. Could you explain exactly what a triple dial is in case there's anyone new here not aware of the triple dial?
You dial the client 3 times back to back. I triple dial everybody. Everybody.
So you just get their voicemail, hang up, and call back?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Hang up and call back again.
That's it. And then after the third dial, you leave a voicemail, or?
I leave a very short, brief voicemail. I don't even say my name. I don't even say why I'm calling. I just tell them, call me back, and this is my number. I feel like that's worked a lot for me too, honestly. I think that's a great tip. Like whenever I leave a voicemail, I'm not like, hey, Mr. David, I'm reaching out to you about your final expense. You put that I'm not, because it kind of gives them the opportunity to listen to it and be like, oh yeah, I remember doing that, but like, I don't want to, not right now. Not
right now. Is that they don't want to do it? They just don't want to do it right now. Like, understand, like, see how Lauren's mindset works. It's not they don't want to do it. They feel like they have time.
Yeah. So like, think about it. If you got a voicemail and it said, hey, David, give me a call back. My number is da 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 da. You'll be like, who is this? They know my name. They told me to call them back. They haven't told me why they're calling. Like, who is this? I'm about to call back,
Yeah, especially the 3 missed calls before.
Yeah. What's going on?
3 missed calls and a weird voice message. Yeah, I need to know what's going on, right, from my area code. All right, Brian says, what is the hardest lesson you feel you have already learned?
The hardest lesson that I feel I have already learned is whatever I want to do in life and how far I want to get in this business or anything that I want to be good at is completely up to me. And I feel like once you come to that realization and like you kind of get out of your own way, it helps you really open up your eyes and lets you, realize what you need to do to get where you want to be. So I feel like definitely the hardest realization that I've come to is I'm my own worst enemy when I want to be and can be. And once I realized that, it was just like game over. Like I know what I need to do now,
I like it. Doreen asks, what was your largest deposit? I love it. Everyone's going to get personal here. What's your bank account balance? What's your largest deposit?
I don't remember.
You don't have to share it if you're not comfortable either.
I swear I don't remember I don't know what contract I'm on. I don't know what my percentage is. I don't know none of that. I just call. I don't know anything. But I do know my best month in insurance. And I had only been doing it 6 months. And last month I had a $10,000 profit month. And that was my best month ever in insurance. And I don't even think I spent $2,000 on leads. I really don't.
That's awesome. That's really good. That's it's a 5x. Yeah, 5x on your money. So super good. Yeah. All right. Andrew says, oh, where'd it go? I'm brand new as well. Any tips to a fast start?
Yeah, like the only way you're going to get good at anything is if you do it repeatedly. So even if you feel like you're not good now, or you're having a hard time doing it, or like you're battling, any thoughts in this business, the only way you'll ever get good at this or anything outside of this, as long as you continue to do it. So keep practicing, keep calling, keep talking to people, make mistakes, make all the mistakes too, because that's how you learn. And if you have a mentor or someone above you, you need to communicate with them all the time. And I know like that you hear people always say that in the industry, but my mentor, I literally talk to her like as soon as I open my eyes and all throughout the day. And then right before I close my eyes, and I'm not even exaggerating at all. And, if you don't have somebody to help you or guide you or to talk to, or you to, open up to them, like it's going to be hard. So like, don't make it harder on yourself than it needs to be. Go through everything you need to go through and put the work in, and that's it.
I like it. And I think it's super important what you said too, is like how in contact you are with your mentor, you know.
Yeah.
And when I started this business, same thing. It's like, dude, he was more successful than me, so I talk to him as much as I can. Like, why the heck not, you know? So I like it. They want to know if you're selling live transfers or outbound dialing.
I've only ever outbound dialed. I think I've took maybe 3 live transfers in my whole insurance career. And yeah, I outbound all the time.
But you
That's
said
how
you're outbound dialing, but the leads you get, they're not transfers, but it's set up in they're a special lead where they actually call you sometimes too. You said, right?
Yeah, so the leads that I get, they have the opportunity to call me after they fill the form out. So basically, in a nutshell, a live transfer. So
Right.
in a sense, yeah, like I guess you could say I take live transfers, but you know,
I wouldn't say it's
initially,
live transfers. Yeah, it's like I said, they're calling you, but I mean you're dialing. I mean you're dialing the phone. I mean it's a live
yeah.
transfer would definitely be a different lead. So yeah, so outbound. So I mean, and even the ones that are calling you, what is it, 20-30% calling you? I mean, you're still down the phone a lot every day, right?
Yeah, like if I get 10 leads on a, maybe 2 or 3 will call in, and that's good. You know, if I have
Yeah.
2 or 3 calling in out of 10, that's good. Now I'll get some 10 leads and none of them will call me and I have to just outbound dial.
Do you know about how many dollars you're making a day?
I get a lot of talk time. So honestly, that's another good tip and something I've kind of changed my mindset on is I don't even care about the dials. I care about the presentation and getting as much talk time as I can. So like I don't even pay attention to how much I'm dialing the phone. I'm more so paying attention to the people that I'm keeping on the phone and how many people can I keep on the phone to get in a full presentation. And once I kind of change my mindset on that and stop focusing so much on the dials, um, it got a hell of a lot easier. I can tell you that.
That's a good tip. So there's a lot of people I've coached and mentored or asked the questions, right? And a lot of times they're just not dialing the phone enough, right? So you're getting how many presentations a day, would you say?
5.
5, right? So like, I mean, you tracked it before about how many times were you dial to get 5 presentations?
Oh, yeah, I track every day. So I've been averaging like 50 to 70 calls, I would say, 5 presentations a day. So
Yeah,
honestly, a really good spot, not to toot my own horn, but yeah,
that's awesome. You have an iPhone?
I do have an iPhone.
I thought so. That makes sense. All right. What's your favorite part? Hold on. What's your favorite part of having a community while being an agent?
Community is everything in anything you do, because people don't want to be alone no matter what they're doing. People do best when they can connect with other people and relate to other people. That's even if you work in McDonald's, like you're not going to be working by yourself. You're going to be talking to your coworkers and that's going to make the time pass. And now that I say that out loud, ultimately, like in this job, it's about making the time pass, but doing the work while the time is passing. So if you have that community that around you to where they're making it easier for that time to pass, that's everything. Like if it's everything, it really is. Like I can 100% say I would not be here right now if if I did not have the community that I had. 100%.
That's awesome. Let's see. Donnell King, how did you feel when you made your first call?
Ever?
Yeah.
I remember when I first started, I had like one day where I was just like listening and training, and then the second day I was like, okay, I feel like the only way this is gonna work for me I just start calling. Like I just need to start calling. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really know what to say. I have a bunch of stuff written down, but I feel like the only way I'm gonna figure it out is if I call. And like even now to this day, it's like you're outbound dialing, you don't know how these people are going to react when they pick up. So like you are maybe a little on edge or nervous. And I definitely felt like that at first, but it's all about how you start that conversation off and the tone in your voice and the energy that you're giving through the phone and, how you're talking to these people and just making them comfortable with you. And I feel like honestly that came very naturally to me. So, um, yeah, I love talking to people, even when it's not insurance. I like talking, you know.
It's funny that you said that because I said the same thing basically. I did like a half a day of training, and then I was like, all right, it's time to go to work. And they asked me, you feel like you got enough training? I was like, I don't think I'll ever have enough training. I think I just need to go to work, right? And you did that, and a lot of successful people that I've mentored, you know, you were just like, I just got to go to work. Matter of fact, I think Sydney, also, I think she said the same thing to me. Like, I just got to get started. But yeah, it's that a lot of times people just want to like perfect everything, you know, and the successful people, the ones having success, usually have that similar story. Like, let's just get started.
I remember like when I first started in the spot I was in my life at that time was I was so eager for a change, and like something had to be done in my life. And I have a child, and like, you know, I have this person who's counting on me, and they're going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And the things that they're going to want and need, the price is going to keep going up and up and up. And, you know, the life that I want to give this child, you know, it's not free, you know, and like I didn't have backup options. I didn't go to college. Like I got kicked out of high school, and it like that just wasn't in the cards for me. And I never knew which area, like I never had a career planned out. I didn't know what I enjoyed. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know what I wanted to do, period. So when I got into insurance and my license got approved, I was just so ready to go all in because, you know, I had to make something work. And, you know, this was it. This was it for me. So it has to work.
I feel like it's working.
Yeah, me too. I feel like that mindset around it too is like contributes, you know, a lot to
Definitely.
where I'm going, you know, and where I'm at.
Definitely. Jonathan wants to know, which carrier have you found you're utilizing most frequently?
I really love Aflac. I really do.
Aflac. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I love them.
All right, and let's see. Sure. Doreen says important to have that amazing lead program. Guys, leads are so important. Thank you very much for sharing. I have to leave. I had to go. That's amazing. Only $67 and 5 presentations. Yeah, I think that those are really good stats. That would definitely be, and I think what that tells me, guys, right? The people listening is don't focus on, like, if you're a new agent, you're doing more than $60-70, right? So what that tells me is when Lauren gets you on the phone, she's not letting you off.
Yeah.
Right? She's not dealing with, okay, I call you later, or this is a bad time, or I don't remember that. Like, she's not, that's what that tells me. She's not dealing it, right? Because it's easy to get 5 contacts with $60-70. And what she's doing is she's turning every contact into a presentation, where a lot of agents will have a lot of contacts and then they won't turn into a presentation. So that's really cool. We should probably do a training on that, because those numbers are a little freakish, Lauren. Little freakish.
I have all of them saved, so I can definitely pull the data.
Those are freakish. Yeah. So no, but I've noticed that about you know, when I mentor you, seeing that. Let's see here. All right, and then some hearts from Sydney. Sydney gave you all the love. So and you're an inspiration, Lauren. Awesome, guys. So, man, if you got something out of today, I think this was absolutely amazing, Lauren. If you got something out of today, let Lauren know. Put a Lauren in the chat. Write Lauren's name in the chat. If you got something out of today, let her know. Give her some love. Give her some virtual love, guys.
Yeah, I had a great time doing this. Like, I never thought that I would ever feel like I fit in somewhere or truly belong somewhere or truly would find something that I love doing and am passionate about. And, you know, other people out there are having the success, and no matter like where you work, or, you know, if you're getting your license, or if like you're going through those first couple weeks or first couple months, I know that wherever you're at, they have someone there who has gone through all the steps that you're currently going through and has reached success. And, maybe you have somebody that you look up to wherever you're at currently. And, just like I like to kind of focus on that because, if they can do it, you really can do it too. Truly 100%.
Yeah, that's a big thing is, if someone else could do it, you could do it. Like you have to have that thought process. And I want to share having a little contest in here too. So let me find it. It got pushed down to the bottom here. If you scroll down, we're gonna have a contest. All right. Where is it?
I love how you always do that.
I need theme music, guys. I need theme music. Where is our contest featured? All right. Here it is. All right. Boom. All right. So in the pinned, we're going to have a contest. So I'm excited for contest alerts. Share and win. We're kicking off 2025 with something special, a chance to celebrate your wins, inspire others, and score some prizes. What's the contest? We want to hear your best insurance success story. Share a moment that made you proud, a big win, or lesson that changed your career. This is your time to shine and inspire the group with your journey. How to enter. 1, post your story in the group with the hashtag #InsuranceWin. 2, invite at least 2 insurance professionals to join the group and tag them in the post. 3, the more people you invite and tag, the more points you earn towards winning. Prize, right? Everyone wants prizes. Grand prize is going to be a $250 gift card, probably a $250 Zelle because that'd be easier for me, or a 20-minute strategy call with me. Error, I'll give you a choice. You get a 20-minute strategy call with me or a 20-minute strategy call with Lauren. You up for it, Lauren?
Yeah, you better have your ears open.
Will and help you map out your growth for 2025. The runner-up will get a $50 gift card and free access to my university. That's normally a $297 value. Will help you with a bunch of training and stuff like that. I just recently launched a university. It's not even really on the market, so I'm not even selling it normally. So the deadline to enter is January 31st, and the winner will be announced February 7th during our first Facebook Live at 5:30. There's your chance to motivate others, showcase your hard work, and win some amazing prizes while growing this incredible community. Let's show the power of what we do every day as insurance professionals. Got questions? Drop them below. So that is posted in the pin. I will copy those rules and put these in the chat right now to make it easy for everyone to find this. Let's see here. All right. So put a me in the chat if you want to win $350 or have a strategy call with Lauren or myself. Or we'll do it better. We had a 20-minute strategy call with both of us. You get both of us for 20 minutes. So put a me in the chat if you want to be part of that. Cool stuff. And super excited, man. This is going to be a good year, man. And Lauren, you're going to that event too, right? The Spire event?
I'm going, yes.
That's
I'm scared to fly. I'm scared to fly, but I'm going.
You're scared to fly? Really? I didn't think you're scared of anything.
Oh, yeah, I'm scared to fly.
You're scared to fly. That's it. So big group of us, all the We Are Insurance agents, Facebook members are invited. We're going to the Spire event. There's going to be Cody Sanchez speaking there. There's going to be Gary Vaynerchuk is going to be speaking there. So definitely plug into that, guys. We want to have a community, man. That's going to be our first We Are Insurance Agents meetup. And that is also in the pin chat. So let me figure out how to open this real fast. So I am going to comment in here who's coming with us.
That'll be fun. I've never been to Fort Lauderdale, and I googled it, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm excited to go."
That's it. But yeah, so it's gonna be, the date is, let me pull it up here.
March 12th.
That's it. March 12th in Fort Lauderdale. So we have discounts, $50% discount code if you use the code TPG. So, and again, this has nothing to do with TPG. This is for We Are Insurance Agents. So definitely love to see you there. Right? Who doesn't want to go hang with Lauren? So I want to hang with Lauren. I want to get better. So awesome, guys. Lauren, got any closing remarks before we get rolling?
Like really just continue to put the work in, keep going, and those hard days, those are what build you up to be better. And you know, you just gotta kind of ignore those emotions and feelings that you're having and get the work done no matter what. Because the time's gonna pass and you're gonna hit a point where either, you know, the work that you put in has really paid off, or the work that you didn't put in is not paying off. So I mean, you're in full control of that. You know, so just continue to put the work in, and you're gonna get to where you want to be.
I love it. Right, ignore the emotions. And another thing, guys. So it's the platinum tickets for the Spire. So they're normally $300 with the platinum. They're $150 with the coupon code TPG in Fort Lauderdale. We'll have a big crew out there, so I'll be super excited to see everyone, meet everyone, learn together. Dylan says it was a great live stream, and Sydney wants to hang out with you. So awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks again. I hope you guys get working in this contest, man. I love to see a bunch of stories. We'll have another Facebook Live next Thursday. I'll probably have a guest host because I will be in Arizona. I'm going to see Jeremy Miner, going to his office, and then also do some stuff with Cody Askin. So it's going to be a big week for me. So super excited, man. Thank you for everything you guys do, and have a good night.